more kids are in the Halloween spirit than ever. And what's the easiest Halloween activity to do? Watching Halloween movies. But most Halloween movies are for adults or teens. So what do kids watch? Animated Halloween movies. And with me being a kid myself, shocker, I want to know what the best animated Halloween movies a kid can watch are. So in this video, I'll be counting down the top 5 best kid-friendly Halloween movies you should watch. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. The Nightmare Before Christmas. You may be like, why this low on the list? This movie is iconic. Well, it has lots of Christmas elements, like Christmas being the driving force of the entire plot, and it having Christmas messages. And I'm not saying it's a Christmas movie, but I think it's better if it's watched right after Halloween, because it's a good transitional piece going from the Halloween spirit to the Christmas spirit. It's still one of the greatest Halloween movies, don't get me wrong, but this list is about the Halloween movies to watch in preparation for the holiday. Plus, it's my list, so who cares? Number 4. Paranorman. You've probably never heard of this movie, but it's made by the people who made Coraline, and it arguably surpassed Coraline as a better movie. It's about a kid who can see and talk to ghosts, and when his town is being taken over by ghosts, he has to save it by laying an evil soul to rest. Remember, no spoilers. The one part I don't like is the dad character in the movie, but one thing that's stopping this movie from being higher on the list is it's geared towards a more teen audience. But it's still a really good movie. Number 3. Hotel Transylvania. This is a great family Halloween movie. It's perfect. It has a fun basic story and goofy characters for kids, and jokes and dark themes for the adults. The main character, Dracula, is voiced by Adam Sandler, and he does a really good job. When I first watched the movie, I didn't even realize he did the voice, and it surprisingly had some heart-filled moments. The plot is that monsters are real, and Dracula starts a hotel only for monsters, and they haven't interacted with humans in centuries. But then a human comes into the hotel and falls in love with Dracula's daughter, so Dracula must face his prejudices of humans. It's a good movie, but a great Halloween movie. Number 2. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Oh yeah, it's technically a short film, not a movie, but it's my list, so who cares? So anyway, you probably already know the Peanuts Christmas special, but that one wasn't the only Peanuts holiday special. They made one for lots of holidays, including Halloween. It's famous for the scene where Charlie Brown gets a rock in his candy bag, but for the people that don't know, the plot is that Linus believes that there's a Santa Claus-like person for Halloween called the Great Pumpkin, and would appear in a pumpkin patch. So Linus wants to see the Great Pumpkin, so instead of going to a party, he waits with Sally in the pumpkin patch for the Great Pumpkin to appear. It's a really simple plot, and on paper it sounds boring, but the characters make it so good. The Peanuts kids are famous for a reason. Every kid is so likable. Linus is nice and wholesome. Sally is a joke but does the right thing in the end. Charlie is a wimp but optimistic. And Snoopy is mischievous, smart, and snarky. The best way to describe this special is wholesome. I could keep talking about it for hours, but all I'm gonna say is that if you haven't seen it, give it a watch. If you have, watch it again. And before we get to number 1, here's an honorable mention. Monster House. Don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, but it's mainly geared toward teenagers similar to Paranorman. I mean, the CGI alone would terrify a little kid. I'm mentioning it in this video because it's still a very underrated Halloween blast, but it doesn't really fit on the list. And the number 1 best animated Halloween movie is Coraline. What can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? It's so good. It's popular for a reason. I'll admit it is very scary, but that's what Halloween is all about. The reason I didn't put A Great Pumpkin at number 1 is that while it is unbelievably great, the most Halloween thing about it is it being set at Halloween. But this movie is pure Halloween spirit. Great Pumpkin is a great movie, but Coraline is a great Halloween movie. That's why it's, in my opinion, the best animated Halloween movie. So anyway, what do you think the best animated Halloween movie is? Tell me in the comments. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you don't want to be haunted, and have a spoopy Halloween. Bye.